This video is brought to you by JingleMine.com. Founded in Hong Kong but located throughout the world, they are one of the leading ASIC mining distributors out there. They have a strong relationship with Jazz Miner, which means that they can provide you the best price and the latest info or updates for your Jazz Miner. Additionally, they work hard to respond to customer inquiries or questions, providing 24/7 support and have one of the fastest deliveries in the ASIC industry. Some of their products include the Jazz Miner X4-QZ, which can hit 840 mega hash at 340 watts while being whisper quiet, and I can vouch for that. And the new X16-Q is on pre-sale now and can hit 1.8 gigahash at only 630 watts on ETC hash. Lastly, they accept a number of cryptocurrencies as payment, so if you're interested, check out the link in the description and help support our channel by supporting its partners. Hey, what is going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech. Welcome back to another Saturday live stream of Caffeine Crypto, where we welcome you to join us with your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice, whether it's coffee, energy drink, tea. If you don't like caffeine, drink some water, and we go over some crypto news. It's a beautiful green day out here. Not too much pumping. I wouldn't say it's a deep green day. You know, Bitcoin's only up about 50%. Ethereum's up about 0.75, excuse me, not 50%. I wish Bitcoin was up 50%, but 0.5%, Ethereum 0.7, BNB 0.5. So a lot of mixed bags. We're really hitting this 28K resistance, which I really hope is weakening, right? I talked about it with Mr. Tom Crown, and we believe it's weakening. But usually when you hit something multiple times, it's not good. We're going to wind up falling. But I mean, we're really hitting it. Like I haven't seen this many hits in a long time. You know, like back here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we fell down. This one, we've basically either almost or have hit this barrier, 28K barrier, this line right here, which is a little bit like more like 28.5, somewhere in that range. But we basically hit it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. Like, we are punching this wall, and we just really need a nice little influx of capital into the markets, and I think we'll be good. But because you know, much of the people who have their funds, or Bitcoin in general, are you know, withdrawing their funds from centralized exchanges, which is smart. That's smart, 100%. I agree with that. That's why I do so much content about you know, being your own bank, how to properly store your crypto. I went through a number of options if you are new to the channel, where we talk about, you know, software wallets, full node wallets, hardware wallets. Matter of fact, I got a hardware wallet video dropping Monday. If you want to check it out, it's just one of many options out there. But I do provide an objective review of the product Monday. That would drop early morning. I moved my drop time from 9 a.m. to 7 a.m. because so many others are also dropping at 9, even though, like, you know, I don't want to compete with my fellow colleagues, not only in crypto, but in tech, because a lot of tech tubers also drop their stuff around 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there's a lot of content dropping right at that time. I don't get, you know, I get lost in the shuffle below everybody, as usual. So I tried moving it up to see if that would help people be able to see my content, because many users are still saying they have, you know, subscribe, hit the notification bell, but they're not getting notified. So we'll see. For my future viewers, bear with me. I'm going to say hello to the live viewers, and we're going to get into some news. So 1 second. Thank you so much for stopping by. Gandalf Gray, Kyle Rosa, Ben has wings. I thought it said Ben Hash wings. That's pretty cool though. Little time mining. Alexander, how you doing? Zapirate, Geek of all trades. What's up, buddy? That one guy, Oz, the OG. Magic Lucky, and Retro Mike. How you doing? Always love your tweets. Crypto Mikkel, thank you for bringing everybody over, hanging out with us. Integra Guy, Cedric, Sadie, John Germain, dude. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Thank you so much for swinging by. So let's get into it. The cryptocurrency market obviously is a little, it's doing well, right? I'm seeing some altcoins really do a lot better than Bitcoin, where Bitcoin's kind of sitting stagnant, at least on the daily chart. And we got some key resistance levels that we've been hitting, if you're just joining in. And if we cannot push past this barrier, this wall, we're going to wind up falling down, unfortunately. But also, we could fall because of FUD, right? And there's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt right now with the crypto market because of various countries, organizations, Fed, government, really having a harsh stance on crypto. And obviously, a lot of people on the sidelines are going to want to see how the government proceeds, especially in the prominent countries such as the U.S. And you can see China, Russia on the book back here behind the mooch. How these countries move forward as China is trying to build and successfully succeeding in building a new economic power with various other countries. Basically making the Chinese yen or not yuan the staple currency that everybody trades in instead of the U.S. dollar. So we'll see how things go as the world is continuing to shift below our feet. But with the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, what's beautiful is Bitcoin, right? That's why it was created. That's why Satoshi did what they did. And no, Satoshi is not Steve Jobs. I know those theories have been going crazy. I'm not going to talk about that story. You guys can believe whatever the hell you want to. But no, Satoshi Nakamoto is not Steve Jobs, and neither is Craig Wright. They can both get lost. Well, Steve Jobs, God rest his soul, he was one of the greatest tech entrepreneurs out there. I didn't mean that for him, but Craig, he could get lost. So anyways, cryptocurrencies continue to rebound. So as some crypto is through the bear market. So is the bear market over? We're going to do a quick poll here. I believe we are out of the bear market. However, I would like to hear your take. I would urge caution, because you get too hyped, right? Oh, we're done. The bear market's done. Bull run. Here we go. Let's go. You start loading up, you overextend, you overspend, and then you get wrecked. So, I urge caution within reason. But we're going to see here. So are we out of the bear market poll going up on the live stream? If you want to participate in any of these and you're watching in the future, feel free to stop by for the live stream. I know some of you are in various countries and the hour in which I stream may not be acceptable, but I appreciate your support nonetheless. So are we out of the bear market yet? Question mark. And either it's going to be yes, no, and we're going to add an option. If you want to get my attention, send a super chat or at me, and I will do my best to get back to you. Yes, no, not sure. And then we'll go ahead and just add a fourth option, even though maybe is not really going. So ask in the community right now in the live chat. There you guys go. Magic Lucky. I hit the bell notification set to all for your channel, but today I couldn't even see you were live 3 minutes after 11 a.m. Even when I filtered, it just shows what's new on my sub. So I'm going to snippet that because I've been arguing with YouTube and trying to advise them like, hey guys, ever since I got shadow banned, which again, they keep saying that shadow ban does not exist. That's not a real thing. It seems my channel has grown stagnant. I'm not getting the views. So the difference for me is, and maybe it's just, I'm not likable. Maybe it's the way I explain things. I do try to dumb down things to a beginner's level to understand. I don't, some people say, don't talk to me like I'm stupid. And then some people say, please talk to me like I'm, a 2-year-old. So it's kind of a mixed bag. But I do have a harsh personality. I'm like sandpaper, right? Great for some things, but not for all. So I can understand that. But if I post something that is the exact same subject or similar to some others, while their views skyrocket, my views do not. So I kind of feel like ever since the shadow ban, my channel has really never got back. And I've said this 120,000 times, but YouTube doesn't want to do anything about it. So I guess I'm just screwed, make a new channel and start over. I don't know. So anyways, moving back to our screen here, we're talking about the bear market polls on the live chat. Bitcoin. All right, let's see here. Bitcoin, the largest and best known digital currency, rose 69% in 3 months ending March 31st, while Ether, the second largest, was up 51%. Bitcoin is currently hovering around 28K, and Ether on Wednesday climbed to above 1900K, which we are right below right now. Obviously, There is some reasons why those two, well, Bitcoin being the OG of the crypto world, is going to continue to get an influx, but Ethereum is getting an influx, and we all know why, and that's because of the future upgrade, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So Skybridge Capital founder and managing partner, this Mooch, told Yahoo, I would guess right now that we're through the bear market in cryptocurrencies. If something happens to Binance, he said, referring to a crypto exchange experiencing legal pressure from regulators, I think it will be a short-term hit. So I agree with this. And so what we're talking about, and it's not just me, but just in general, the market, is the fear, uncertainty, and doubt with the way that the government and countries are taking aggressive actions against these exchanges. We just lost Bittrex. There's another Canadian firm, I think it's a DEX or something like that, is shutting down operations in Canada. As these companies move away from North America into more crypto-friendly entities or countries, we're going to see a little bit of a pullback. However, the big one that we're concerned about is big legal pressure, hit with a huge fine, kind of like what Kraken or something like that, but bigger, right? Binance being the target here, or Coinbase, and we see a quick wick down and then a spike back up, right? So it's just liquidation. All the longs get liquidated. We drop down to, now this is just pure speculation on my part, but let's look at the chart. Say we drop down to maybe 20K, right? The floor right here, somewhere in this range, and then we get bought back up, and that's when we're able to break through this 28.2K barrier. Will that happen? That's what most people in the circles would say, but Bitcoin tends to do whatever the hell it wants to, and it tends to do the opposite of what everybody's thinking. So if some people are concerned about a pullback, it may push through this wall that we've been on. But the bear market seems to be subsiding, right? It does seem to be subsiding. We had some bank failures, FTX, SBF. We're having a huge amount of pressure right now. The CFTC is suing Binance and CZ for alleged selling of derivatives backed by digital assets to the U.S. customers despite not being registered to do so. This industry is not in a good trust position right now with the public, with investors and customers, says the CFTC commissioner. And we'll see how things go. What I would really like is the CFTC and the SEC to get on the same page. As far as what the crypto assets are, securities, commodities, blah, blah, blah. Just go through them all. I know they can't go through all of them because right now, not even all of them, but like CoinMarketCap has most cryptos, but not all. And right now we're at 23,250. Now, while your tax reporting software like cointracking.info, if you haven't done your taxes, make sure you do that. Link is in the description, by the way, if you want to sign up. But while they can track 20,000 plus cryptocurrencies, I'm pretty sure it would be very hard for the the CFTC and the SEC to really go through the entire summit of them. So Bitcoin traders expect big move. Next BTC prices flatlines at 28K. This is 30 minutes ago. Let's see what they're saying here. So we got data from Cointelegraph's Market Pros and Trading View. I'll get to the mentions here in a minute. Bear with me, all my live chat people. Basically saying that Bitcoin's USD pairing is sitting around 28K, yada, yada, yada. Despite calls for 25K and 30 to enter a near-term targets or their near-term targets, increasing order book liquidity either side of the spot price appeared to offer market increasingly little room to maneuver. This liquidity remained in force on the day, with monitoring resource material indicators capturing the phenomenon on Binance order book. If you think any price target for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge or any other altcoin is imminent, you are mistaken, it wrote, adopting a cautionary tone in accompanying comments. The only guarantee in crypto is that these are among the riskiest of risk assets and nothing is guaranteed. A specific warning focused on BTC price bet recently made by former Coinbase executive, I can't say that name, sorry, Balaji, who at the time called for a sky-high $1 million per Bitcoin within the next 3 months. I severely doubt that. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. But material indicators added that liquidity reflects sentiment, having previously emphasized that such liquidity moves are apt to dampen price volatility. Very calm weekend coming up for Bitcoin, says Michael Van Pope, the Pope, founder and CEO of trading firm 8. Meanwhile, continued price action remained flat, and the longer we stay in this range, the heavier the impulse will be. Based on the fact that we're coming from 15K, I assume we'll be seeing strong continuation for now. Support at 27.6 is sustaining. So we have some pretty good support right below the 28K arena. You can see the Bollinger Bands on this just getting super tight, right? Usually when those Bollinger Bands get super tight, you can see here, right? So starting back here, we were getting squeezed, and then we took off. We were getting squeezed. There was a slight pullback, and then we pumped up. So I kind of think, I'm thinking the same thing. Maybe more over the next 3 months time frame. I wouldn't say $1 million Bitcoin, but we would get squeezed. We drop down, but there's going to be a quick wick back up for recovery as the market is ready to buy Bitcoin at lower than 25K prices. I mean, honestly, it's a fire sale, not financial advice. So dollar cost averaging when you can, because you can afford to do so. $20 here, $10 there, $50 there, is a smart strategy, but it's not a strategy I recommend. It's a strategy that other financial experts recommend. I'm just saying what they said. I do personally, not financial advice, dollar cost average. Every time I get a check and I pay bills and everything, I check, I see what I got. Now, so much will go to, hey, let's get this new toy for the channel, which you guys don't like, or buying whatever cryptocurrency that I particularly like. But like Bitcoin, the S&P 500 should be due for a breakout sooner or later, with the direction nonetheless unclear and highly dependent on the Federal Reserve. We are only 3 months into 2023, but already 9 months into this big trading range since June low, he concluded. That's a long time, and sooner or later the market will declare itself in one direction or another. So there should be a move coming. Many are bullish, but there are some bearish indicators or signs that people fall for, and so we'll see. So let's check out the live chat real quick, and we're going to move on to good old Elon Musk and Dogecoin, what happened this week. Got everybody all excited, but bear with me 1 second. So mine some 10. With all the FUD and BTC still above 20K, it's hard to imagine we are still in a bear market, but who knows? Geek of all trades. I found you originally when you were big into Chia pre-price release, back when it was all solo mining. Yep. Well, thank you for joining or bumping into me around that time. Cedric, no, it's just the algorithm which is screwing you up. Them advertisers dictate the trend. Yeah. And so either more clickbait and more silliness to get more views, or I just continue to be myself. So I'm just continuing to be myself. It just pisses me off. Because remember, in this world, it's not what you know, it's who you know, right? You got to rub elbows, you got to network, suck some, you know what, to get ahead in life. I'm not doing all that. And I know there's a lot of people that are in this crypto mining space with me that won't do all that. Some real homeboys that I respect and love. So, Elon Musk, influence on Dogecoin price action. Big Eyes coin takes note and follows suit. So Big Eyes is another Doge token, or another dog meme token, right? And before we go into that, because that was kind of in the wrong order, what I wanted to talk, the reason I brought this one up, the Big Eyes, another dog token, is because basically Shiba Inu, or breed themed tokens, is unsustainable Warren's crypto trader, right? We're getting a lot. We got the Shiba Inu, we got the Dogelon or Elon Doge or this, that, and the other. And it really is silly. It's just absolutely silly. But what's interesting to me is, oh, thank you for the $20 donation. Dang. Retro Mike, appreciate you coming in there with the $20 donation. You don't have to lie to me. It's okay. I know you love Red Panda mining. It's all right. I know I'm just your side piece. It's all right, Retro Mike. It's okay. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. But so Elon, I did the short right when it happened, and others followed suit. Elon changed the logo in the upper left hand corner of Twitter to the Doge. But also, when you went to Twitter, that Twitter logo that shows up in the middle here, real quick, was changed to a Doge. And I found that very interesting. Now, when he did that, of course, the market got a little bit hyped up about it. But what's interesting to me and what I like is one of the questions put to me a while back was that what is it going to take for Elon Musk to not have as much control or power to influence the markets? And it would take the market growing beyond Elon's influence. Now, mind you, when Elon Musk did this, right? When Elon Musk did this, which, by the way, let's go to my YouTube channel because I already forgot when he actually did this. It probably says it on the actual news article that I'm on. So when was this posted? Description. Does it not show the date I posted this? April 3rd. All right, so April 3rd. We got here. So April 3rd, right? You see the candle, the straight up candle. April 3rd, we jumped up almost 40%, 37%. When he did that action. Now, mind you, that is a lot less than back in the day when he was talking about Tesla accepting Dogecoin and blah, 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 and this, that, and the other. We have pulled back to, let's say, 20%. So we did gain 10% right now off of what Elon's did. But I do see it as while I do see it as a negative indicator that he should have this kind of power, that he can talk about a particular project. For example, when he started talking about AI and how other companies started following suit and kind of disowning crypto, talking about AI, and you see this global trend towards AI, not just in tech, but in crypto, pretty much in everything. AI this, AI that, you know. Eventually in the future, people are going to, like right now, kids are more dependent upon electrical devices. Their cell phones, laptops, computers, tablets, whatever it might be. In the future, people are going to be so dependent upon AI, providing them the answers they need, that I don't think they'd be as productive without AI. So if something were to happen without the AI aids, I think, society would have a meltdown, to be honest. And that's a concern of mine with AI dependency. I did play around with Bing, which, by the way, in Microsoft Edge, if you go to bing.com / what is it, new? Is that what it is? No, new. There it is. So chatbot right there, introducing, we could use ChatGPT. It's still doing different things, but we can learn and play around with it. Where the heck did this come from? What does that even translate to? Hang on one second. I did not type that. Translate. I'm sorry, I don't understand your question. Can you explain? Okay, that was something for work. Okay. All right, something for work. But yeah, man, like we saw Linus play around with it during a live stream for Linus Tech Tips. You could go to bing.com / new, and you can have precise, more balanced, more creative. There's all kinds of cool stuff that you could do, and I can see the benefits of these AI language models and other AI implementations for helping people. ChatGPT is being utilized for people to make trades right now as well. So we'll see. But it's very interesting to me that while Elon still has the capability to move the markets, he didn't move it as far. I think, honestly, if Dogecoin had pumped to its previous, a recent high of 16 cents, which is right here, back in November 2022, if we saw Doge get into that range or higher, I think Elon would have kept the Doge on Twitter. But once he saw that his impact is not as great, I think he changed his mind. He doesn't have that control anymore. He doesn't have that you know, capability anymore. I mean, he still has the capability. It still moved 30 something, almost 40%. Don't get me wrong. But going from what, 6, almost 7 cents to 10 cents and that's it, that's not really that big of a deal. I mean, some people who had bigger plays in Dogecoin probably made a decent buck, but you know, a couple dollars for the average user, maybe at the most a couple $100 for the average user, not really that like game changing. So all these different breeds of meme themed tokens can't sustain. Says a number of people in the crypto community, like Shiba Inu and all the various tokens out there. Matter of fact, if we go to CoinMarketCap, let's go look up some. Let's look up anything that says Doge in it. Show 100 results. Look at that. Dogelon Mars, Baby Dogecoin, Doge Chain. And then if you put in Inu for Shiba Inu, there's Inu token, Coda Inu, Solana Inu, Shiba Inu, Floki. I like Floki though, just because I like Vikings. So Floki, and obviously the pagan mythology. Anyways, it's unsustainable. I agree with that. However, what some traders or what some crypto analysts don't understand is the power of the community. That's really what props up Dogecoin and some of these other meme tokens that are based on some type of dog breed or creature or something like that. If they're meant to be meme tokens, do not underestimate them. Do not underestimate them. It's the same thing with GameStop and AMC. The moment you start underestimating them and being like, this is just a crap project, it's not going to do anything, you know, they'll just mess with you just to mess with you. So don't be too public about bashing these individuals and their meme tokens, because they will come for your head. Now, some of these other tokens, granted, are crap. And I'm not saying that because I want to be mean. I'm just saying, like, there's no tangible utility, benefit. That's what I care about. I care about tokens that bring a benefit to the world, that have tangible utility or tangible use cases. And those are the tokens that I like to focus on. However, that may not be the tokens that you or others may like to focus on. So they load up on these meme tokens because they just love the community, right? There's a lot of support there. They love joking with each other, dropping memes, whatever it might be. If that's your cup of tea, go for it. I appreciate a good meme here and there. Don't get me wrong. But either way, some crypto traders warn that these Shiba Inu breed themed tokens is unsustainable. And Elon Musk, while he still has some influence, it seems to me his influence is diminishing, which is good for the market. Moving on to Ethereum. Why crypto is watching Ethereum Shanghai upgrade? Well, we all know why crypto is watching Shanghai upgrade. Because this upgrade is going to bring a lot of good changes, right? Shapella will allow owners of Ether to withdraw their assets or their cryptocurrency. So it's definitely the unstaking that's going to draw some interest, but I think it's also going to realize other potential, because we've seen a number of projects move away from like Solana or other cryptocurrencies to Ethereum. So while the miners may not be too happy with Ethereum for what they did and how they treated us, a lot of people see promise, and a lot of venture capitalists that have invested so much money into development of Ether want to realize their gains. So we'll see how things pan out. Magic Lucky, maybe it's because I'm older, but I like that, I guess, myself, Vega, SerpentX Tech, doesn't play a YouTube character on his channel. He just rubs people the wrong way. But it's just entertaining. I'm not here for that. Well, I understand what you mean. And I appreciate it. What's up, Patrick? How you doing? Kyle Rosa. Automatic Beats. Heading to work. You have a good one. Have a good day at work, bud. So anyways, Chapella upgrade is pretty good. I really want sharding, which will come later on. There's a couple other things or upgrades that will be happening, but these upgrades are positive for the overall Ethereum ecosystem. So beginning next Wednesday, an upgrade to the blockchain dubbed Chapella will allow owners of Ether or Ethereum to withdraw their assets. Up to this point, investors would have used centralized exchanges like Coinbase or decentralized DeFi protocols like Lido to essentially exchange their locked up Ether for a token of equivalent value. Which I talked about before, where Coinbase will actually swap you tokens so you can withdraw your ETH if you wanted to. The recent rally has followed a similar pattern to past bouts of enthusiasm surrounding network upgrades. In September, Ethereum ran up ahead of the historic transition to proof of stake. Ethereum previously had a vast network of miners all over the planet, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. The merge happened. Then we switched to proof of stake. Miners fell off, so it became more energy efficient. You know, the world wins, yada, yada, yada. Ether itself becomes a productive asset, says a researcher after the upgrade. It's not something you might just speculate on, but it's something that earns returns. Okay. Anything about the upgrade, or are we just going to keep talking about the same stuff all over again? Who runs blockchain-based fintech firm? Okay, liquidity for 70% of the stake ETH is not new. They could do it anyways, says Ben Hurst. Let's see here. According to research from Ben Hurst. All right, let's start from the beginning. According to research from Ben Hurst, of 18 million Ether tokens locked on the blockchain, almost 70% are staked through protocols like Lido, creating a measure of liquidity for investors. Liquidity of 70% or for 70% of stake ETH is not new. They can do it anyways. The firm described the remaining 30% of holders as original believers who are unlikely exiting their positions at this price. Personally, again, not financial advice, I think only 40% is going to unstake and remove their ETH. Not everybody is going to do it. I think 40% of the locked up Ethereum, which, matter of fact, let's go Ethereum total value locked. Let's see what it is. So right now we have total value locked is $30 billion. Can I really download that? That's interesting. Lido dominance is at 37%. Obviously, let's go all real quick. MakerDAO, Aave, Coinbase wrapped staked ETH. Okay, so it's pretty diverse amongst various cryptocurrencies. The Ethereum network's not diverse or decentralized, but the various staking platforms are pretty diverse, so that's pretty nice. Over 30 billion, 50 billion. Okay, there we go. When we choose all instead of just on Ethereum. Let's see here, just Ethereum. 30 billion. Coinbase not too high up. That's good. That's actually not pretty. That's pretty good. Okay. So let's see here. And yes, I upgraded to Windows 11. I was tired of it bugging me. It's all right. It's all right. So 30, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Divided by 40%, which is 0.4, equals. Wait. I did that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 times 40%. Okay. 12 billion. 12 billion. That's a pretty penny. 40%. But we'll see. I think the separation of the various upgrades or EIP proposals that have been talked about recently is a good thing for the Ethereum ecosystem. We'll see how things go. But obviously there is some bearish concerns, like Ethereum's Shanghai upgrade will dump huge sums of Ether into the market. Here's everything you need to know. All of these articles, by the way, are linked in the description. But the Shanghai is that permission. The upgrade grants about 500,000 validators each had to provide at least 32 ETH the right to withdraw their funds. So the validators primarily. So far, stakers have earned about 1 million ETH in rewards, about 0.9% of Ethereum's total market cap. The total number of individual stakers is far higher than 500,000 figure. Plenty have done pulled ETH from a regular investor who couldn't afford to meet the 32 ETH required, staking the funds on their behalf in return for a cut of nearly 5% annual rate, a lot lower than that in some places. Right now, Lido, the large decentralized finance protocol that allows for the delegation of ETH, holds about 31% of all stake ETH, according to crypto analytics site DeFi Llama, which is what we were just looking at. And you can see here, sure enough, they're number one with 11 billion on there. So we'll see how things go. I'm intrigued. I'll buy in. I know there's some other proposals that I really care about. Like, for example, Shanghai adds a host of other upgrades, like EIP 3651, 3860, and 3855. Restrict transaction costs for technical applications, which could, go some way to reducing the fees, which is important. And then obviously sharding, which is what I am looking forward to. But let's see here. Jim McDonald, CTO of London staking firm Attestant, expects the price of Ethereum to dip sharply right after Shanghai adds about 50 to 70% of the early withdrawals cash out. The price of ETH has more than quadrupled since December. Matter of fact, let's go speculate some more. Let's go speculate some more. Let's go ETH USD. All right, so let's see here. Let's go speculate some more. So where we're at, the volume would have to be thick, boy. So basically $1,100. And that's just a 40% dip in price. That'll put Ethereum around $1,100. That's just pure speculation. I have no evidence to this. And again, I think while a lot of people are expecting a huge dip in Ethereum, I think not as many people would take their ETH and liquidate it. They may unstake it, but they may not liquidate it. They may move it to a different wallet or whatever it might be. We'll see. For example, there's a lot of funds locked up on Coinbase right here. Has 2.27 billion, right? They may get their ETH out of Coinbase, 2 billion, and then stake it somewhere else. MakerDAO, Lido, Aave, whatever. Right? Because you can interact, and I showed that you can interact with Lido and your Ethereum through Ledger. So you're not relying on a centralized authority like Coinbase to do it. You can do it yourself. But there were some concerns of Lido that Son of a Tech talked about in the past. So we'll have to see how things go. But yeah, are you excited for the Ethereum merge? I just ended the poll for are we out of the bear market yet? And you guys say 59% no, 22% yes, not sure 11%, and maybe 6% out of 44 votes. Thank you so much for voting, guys. So you guys believe we are not out of the bear market yet, and I would agree with you. Now, moving on to some idiots. Bitcoin miner Sphere 3D sues partner Gryphon Digital. Gryphon sent $500,000 worth of his business partner's Bitcoin to a hacker pretending to be the Sphere 3D's CFO, Chief Financial Officer, the lawsuit claims. Bitcoin mining firm Sphere 3D is suing its business partner, the Gryphon Digital Mining, for losing $500,000 in Bitcoin in a spoofing attack and failing to act in the best interest of its firm's partnership. The complaint, filed with the Southern District of New York on Friday, alleges that Gryphon CEO Rob Chain wired 18 of Sphere's 3D's Bitcoin to an address belonging to a fraudster who was masquerading as their CFO in January. Another 8 Bitcoin to the same address, Bitcoin address, a few days later. The lawsuit also alleges that Gryphon provided abhorrent services to its partner and misrepresented Sphere 3D's computing power as its own in public disclosures. Sphere 3D's representatives said in a lawsuit that they are seeking damages in excess of $75,000 exclusive of interest and costs. Sphere 3D CEO Patricia, I can't say that, told CoinDesk her company is suing Gryphon to not only protect its own interests, but to fight for greater corporate integrity within the cryptocurrency industry. Today's filing demonstrates that we will not only protect the company that we all have worked so hard to navigate through the past year, but also that we will not be bullied or threatened by the likes of Gryphon. I don't know why you didn't have a multi-sig wallet. If you're a fucking company, excuse my language, and I'm sorry, YouTube, don't ban me. If you're a company using or mining Bitcoin and there's so many Bitcoins in your wallet, there should be a multi-sig wallet. You know, kind of like you're going to launch a nuke, you got to have the key and there's going to be a number of people to put in the right code and do this and biometric. That's what I'm talking about, guys. How the hell would somebody just be like, oh, yeah. Oh, you're the CFO? Okay, let me go to Senate. Just like I don't understand the lady from the EU going on a Zoom call thinking she's talking to Zelensky when she's not, and then spilling her guts about the CBDC that they're trying to do in the European because they don't want to rely on China or Russia or she started to say you as in US, but then she stopped. But they like the European continent doesn't want to be reliant on anything. Right now, you're reliant on everybody because you don't even make your own damn fuel. And what fuel you do have can't keep up with your demand. You put yourselves in those positions. But anyways, that's the question is how do you fall for stuff like that? But then again, I understand. I see it all the time from the various companies that I work with, individuals, organizations, phishing attempts, spam, scams, they're just getting better. The intruders are getting better and they're being smarter and they're being careful. And with AI integrated Grammarly type stuff, they can make sure that there's not a lot of typos. That used to be the number one thing that people look for is typos in the writing to confirm if it is fake or not. Well, they're getting better. They're getting smarter. They're knowing how to cover their tracks. It's very easy to spoof an email and pretend that you are the right person to make sure that it's signed and read by the email server, that it is a legit email with DMARC and SPIF and TXTs and all that stuff. So I can understand. But anyways, moving on to some tech news as we wrap up today's stream, even 15 minutes early. The RTX 4070. I'm interested. 12 gigabytes of GDDR6X. 12 gigabytes going to be the new standard, the minimum, in my opinion, for GPUs moving forward as we move into this crazy world of AAA titles or games utilizing so much VRAM. But the prices is a big concern. That's one of the reasons why I sold my 4090 to a good home. But also, I haven't upgraded to any other 4000 series. I'm sitting on 3000 series right now. The latest and greatest GPU I have is a 7900 XTX, which is in my system. I still have problems with AMD because, like, for example, I could normally mine with an Nvidia GPU while watching a video. I know my hash rate would dip, but the system will still be stable. Whereas with AMD, if I'm just doing basic browser navigation while mining, it will crash the AMD driver. It's completely stupid. Nvidia is a lot more stable, but they are more robust. But yeah, the 4070 is very interesting, right? So it says here, as we know, the RTX 4070 non-TI is set to launch April 13th, which is understandable because the company has been using this card already for internal testing. In this case, the card was used for NVIDIA Reflex demo in Counter-Strike 2. The game is now confirmed to support the technology, as pointed out by The Verge, which enabled Reflex in 9 of its 10 most competitive shooters. And you can see here the 4070, the milliseconds of response time, comparing it to the 3060, which had 16 with reflex off, 11 with reflex on, versus the 4070, 10 and 8 respectively. And then even the 1060, obviously, which is a much older generation card, 10 series, went from 26 milliseconds to 17 with reflex on. And that's pretty interesting, right? So we got some more information. 4070 is looking pretty spicy. What is the price going to be? It says that it will be $200 cheaper than the 4070 Ti. So let's look up the RTX, and that's speculation, 4070 Ti. I'm not sure if it's been confirmed yet. But the 4070 Ti, Jesus loves me. Holy crap. What was the MSRP? MSRP. Okay, $799. $200 less, $599. So $600. Still a little spicy. Still a little spicy. Because, for example, let's go ahead and look at the 3070's MSRP, which MSRP for $499. So it's $100 over the 30 series. But, does it give the extra $100 in performance? That I do not know. So I'm going to wait for some day one reviews from my favorite tech tubers like Gamers Nexus Steve, Paul's Hardware, Bitwit, Jay's 2 cents, all that stuff, and really make a determination from there. Because I do like the 4070. I wouldn't build an entire rig out of it like I know some of you will. But the 4070 and the 4060 out of all of the 40 series seem to be the most enticing to me as far as price to performance goes. So let's see here. The data confirms that the RTX 4070 made by Zotac will have 5888 CUDA cores, 184 texture units, 64 raster units. That said, not only would the 4070 have fewer ROPs than the Ti, but also smaller L2 cache, going from 48 megabytes down to 36 megabytes. We could see some of the GPU validation information right here. Obviously, we can't see the die size. It should work on PCIe Gen 4 and all that good stuff, so nothing to worry there. Again, we're not even limiting or exceeding the bandwidth limitations of 3.0 by 16, so that doesn't really matter. Let's see here. Do we have... Yes, bandwidth, 504 gigabits per second. Obviously, the bus got reduced to 192. It seems to be a growing trend, and I think that, Nvidia started doing this because of AMD, right? Remember they were trying to fight us on the LHR, trying to lock down these GPUs, making it less attractive for GPU or crypto miners, stuff like that. Well, Nvidia went the route of, LHR locks. AMD went the route of just reducing the bus, the memory bus, because it did reduce the performance. Now, the 6700 XT and the 6600 XT are one of my favorite performing AMD GPUs above the 5700. Even with all the mods and stuff like that, seems to be the very efficient hash rate card. If you want my top AMD card, 6700 XT, right now, I wouldn't even look at the 7000 series because there's still issues with it. You can't do anything with it. On top of that, the Red BIOS editor team hasn't come out with anything, and the more power tool doesn't work. So 6000 series, stop there. I know you could do more with the 5000 series. That's still why I have my 5700s modified with mem timings and all kinds of other stuff. But the 6700 XT and 6600 XT are super efficient. And like I said, AMD did this whole memory bus limitations to kind of draw down on the interest from crypto miners. And Nvidia is copying that because obviously LHR was defeated. We still have those LHR GPUs out there, and some of them do underperform, even with the LHR unlocked. They still do underperform compared to the day one or revision one GPUs of the same model, but I see this as a growing trend, right? They're going to use the memory bus to really limit us, but I really want to see the high-end cards not use a 256-bit bus, whatever it might be, 384, whatever it might be. So we'll see. The 4060 could finally be affordable Lovelace card. So we have the 4070 sitting around $600. What is the 4060 going to be at? Well, Moore's Law is dead. One of my favorite tech tubers who provides information from various personnel, devs, and people that work within the tech space, GPU space, silicon space. Does seem to get their information pretty accurate. But what would the 4060 be? So it looks like we're looking... Let's see here. Nvidia has decided against trying to price the 4060 Ti around the 500 mark, and instead is shooting for something like $350 for the 4060 and $450 for the 4060 Ti. That seems to be more the price to performance range. I'd be very interested in the memory. It looks like they might be using 8 gigabytes instead of the 12 gigabytes, which may present a problem for future AAA titles because, again, Hogwarts Legacy, Diablo 4 has some type of memory leaching thing. It was using a lot of mem and kept climbing. I'm sure that will be fixed when the actual release is done. But a lot of newer games are using more and more memory. So we'll see how that pans out with some of these other GPUs. Mind some 10, you should Want my video on 4070 mining prediction. I don't expect it to be better than a 4090, but a little bit better than a 30 series. So yeah, without watching your video, the 4070 seems very enticing, and that's because look at the memory bus and speed, or the memory bandwidth and speed, right? 504 gigabytes per second, 21 gigabytes per second. I think it's going to be comparable to the 4070 Ti, but obviously because it's going to be limited by power, it's not going to be able to hit as high. So as far as a memory intensive algorithm, I could see the 4070 getting close to the 4070 Ti. As far as a core intensive algorithm, because we're dropping down from 7680 to 5888, obviously the Caspa hash rate or Kapow hash rate or PogPow hash rate is going to be reduced. Still better than a 30 series, right? Say for example a 3060 Ti, 3070, maybe just a little bit above a 3070, because the 40 series hasn't blown me away yet. However, I'm sure mine sometime has some pretty great content on there. Guys, we're getting ready to wrap up. We got 8 minutes left before we head on over to Red Panda Mining. I got a couple more things that I'm just messing around with, randomly talking to you guys. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, otherwise, please post in the live chat. And I really appreciate all your help. And I thank you for stopping by before Red Panda went live. Don't forget, we do this every Saturday morning after Crypto Mikel. And, you know, obviously Chump Change leads us off. Then it's Crypto Mikel. Then it's myself. Then it's Rabbit Mining, or Red Panda. Then Rabbit Mining. So you got a full Saturday. I got work to do because right behind the camera, you guys can't see it, my wife somehow was, while grabbing her scrubs off the hanger, pulled the entire shelf down, and all my GPU boxes and hardware boxes fell. So it's all over the floor. I got to fix the wall, put the shelves back up, and put my boxes and our clothes back up, unfortunately. So that's something I'm going to go do while you guys go hang out with Red Panda after this show wraps up. But do remember that today's video was sponsored by jinglemining.com. If you are still waiting to complete your taxes, please check out cointracking.com or .info. The link is in the description below. And I hope you have yourself a wonderful day. However, we are not done. What do you guys think of the 7800 X3D? I'm kind of underwhelmed by the CPU. I'm not really like, I'm still rocking my what's funny is the 5900X and the 5950X climbed up in price. They were going down. I saw the 5900X around 3 something, 385, 360, and all of a sudden it's back up to like 4, almost 500. And then same thing with the 5950X. So it seems that the 7 series came out, you know, prices were dropped on the 5000 series Ryzen or Zen CPUs, but because the performance numbers are not so tantalizing, they're probably not selling as much. It seems that the 5000 series is going back up. I was interested in selling the 5000 series that I have here with my Crucial memory, 4400 megahertz Crucial Ballistics Max memory, ASRock Tachi Riser X570 motherboard, perfectly capable system, and getting a 7000 series. But now, not so much. So, yeah. Looks like somebody accidentally did something just like we saw, and you will see in this upcoming week's content not only hardware wallet review, but more C11 or FPGA mining Caspa content. I'm going to come out first with the tuning information. I'm going to do it out of order. So tuning information first. Then, you know, can it handle the Osprey electronics cooler, handle thermals, and then how to install the Osprey cooler the following week. Because, you know, I'm busy and things are behind. I can only record at certain times and do live streams like this at certain times, or go on live streams with other content creators at certain times. I'm super busy with other things in real life, but it's coming out of order. Data's already been posted on Reddit if you follow me there, as far as the tuning and the metrics and stuff like that. But I'm going to go over all that, how to tune it, its profitability, whether or not you should buy the C1100 FPGA, my thoughts on it, coming up Wednesday, followed by you know, whether or not the Osprey electronics cooler that basically looks like a GPU heatsink and shroud that goes on the FPGA. Can it handle thermals? And then how to install it the following week. So it's out of order, but I hope that they will be useful in the future for anybody asking those questions or wanting to know later on. So we'll see how things go. Right now, with my current system or specs of hardware, only on the GPU side, not including ASICs or anything like that, Radeon, Nexa, Caspa, Alphium, China, and Dynex seem to still be popping off. Obviously, hashrate.no, I said this once, I'll say it again, seems a little bit more optimistic in my opinion. But they have the best efficiency as far as, like the GPUs, right? The overclocks. What to Mine seems to be a little bit more aggressive with its overclocks, thus causing you to spend or use more power, spend more electricity, whereas hashrate.no has obviously better. Now, I did mine this particular token that you're not seeing on my screen because I'm on the wrong thing, and I played around with it for a little bit. It's a newer project. It's based off of Kapow. It's a core-intensive algorithm. A lot of people don't like those because it uses so much heat, or produces so much heat, uses so much electricity. But, with my configuration, my setup, it seems to be up there as far as profitability. However, with new projects, it's always a risk. It's all speculation. If you want, I'll do a quick video on how to mine this particular project. I looked into it. They're basically trying to rent out hash power or compute performance for rendering like AI models and workloads and encoding or whatever, or decoding or cracking passwords. So you provide your hardware and they do it. So same thing we've seen before with other projects on Kapow and a project called Clore. A little bit interested, not gonna lie. Not on what to mine, but you got to be careful with spec mining. I enjoy spec mining. I will mine a bag and that project goes to crap. I will lose that. The bag will still be mine, but obviously I would not be able to sell it or anything. But I just found it a little bit interesting, so I got a little bag of it. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Radiant looking really good and making some good moves. Caspa, and more importantly, Nexa obviously blowing up. Dynex doing well. But, Alphium as well. They need to continue to grow, continue to push for it. But a lot of the new coins are really doing good as far as mining goes. Now, because my electric bill is $1,000 a month with all the hardware I have, for a residential house, that is quite a lot. I had to tone things down, as many of you have, and only mine during less peaky hours or when the cost of electricity is not so high. So, let's see here. Red Panda Mining. Sending people over. So let me know if you want me to do a video on how to mine Clore. I'm sure one of the other people in the space will do it before I will, or be able to record it and edit and get it out before I will, since my content's so many weeks out. But if I can create a quick video for you, I will. Let me know down in the comments below or in the live chat. And that's pretty much it for today's show. I thank you so much for hanging out with me, spending some time. For my setup and my system at my cost per kilowatt hour. Unfortunately, I'm still not doing so good, but I am focusing on Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Litecoin, Caspa, and a couple other things. Just playing around here and there. Nothing too crazy. So we'll see if Bitcoin can break above this 28K resistance wall and hopefully continue to push up. Obviously, bring in the other altcoins, because when the tide comes in, it raises all ships. We'll see how that goes. And I thank you so much for your support, kindness, and all that good stuff. You have yourself a wonderful day. Red Panda Mining is going live here any second now, so I'm going to send you guys over that way in just a moment. And you just take care of yourselves, okay? So let me go ahead and add this to the redirect section. Customize, redirect. Can I not do it? There it is. Upcoming. Save. Boom. All right. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys later. JingleMoney.com is today's sponsor. do me a favor on the way out. Hit the like button. Make sure to get subscribed. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out some of the links in the description that help support the channel and what we do here. And have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you in the next one.
Introducing the Octominer Octotank 12 Home Immersion Cooling System, the future of cryptocurrency mining and home heating. Quiet, cool, and efficient. The Octotank 12 allows you to overclock your ASIC miners up to 70% to get more performance for your money. Compatible with up to 2 ASICs. Fully plug-and-play system. The immersion system ensures that your miners stay cool. Perfect for garage or basement heating. Up to 150 square meters of heating capacity. Clean and minimalist design. Fully weatherproof. Designed to last for years. Save money while keeping your home warm and cozy this winter. Order yours now.
As a crypto miner, you know you want your equipment to be high quality. Proper cable management is part of your mining rig, and the Veteran Miner has you covered. The Veteran Miner cables are created with the best materials to ensure they are of the highest quality. Our cables are made of 16-gauge tin copper, ensuring another layer of protection from oxidation and corrosion. We support our products with a 100% guarantee. Visit our website at www.theveteranminer.com and get the best cables for your mining setup.